All right, guys, happy Wednesday. We're going to do a movement we don't do often in our group class, which is going to be the hip thrust or weighted glute bridges with a barbell. We do these in our glute development class regularly, but let's go through how to set this up. It's going to be every 90 seconds for 5 rounds. You're going to do 10 reps with a 1-second pause at the top. So this is not going to be super heavy, so we're looking for a good position where you can maintain that pause every single rep. If you've never done this, there's a couple ways to set up. The bench is actually a little bit high, but I'm going to use it because often people might use this because it's the quickest setup, but we do have the jerk blocks with a pad on top. So generally something slightly lower than a bench is going to be easier to set up for most people, and it's a little bit more stable. But again, this is very common to use, so I'm going to use it as my demo. And we also have this pad that goes on the bar, so it doesn't feel, you don't feel that weight directly on your pelvis, right? So this makes it more comfortable. So first thing, before it gets heavy at all, is you're going to take some time to try to find the right position, right? So the bar, I'm going to get it into the crease of my hips. I'm going to use my elbows, kind of lift my hips up. You want to keep your arms straight the whole time, okay? So you're going to drop your hips down, drive your hips up at the top, so my arms are straight the whole time. My shin should be vertical at the top, squeezing my butt to get that good range of motion. And it's all the way down, all the way up. Depending how tall you are, the weights might touch the ground, but they don't have to. Okay, more want to keep that nice, good spine position. Keep the chin tucked, nice straight line from top of your head all the way through your pelvis. Okay, you're going to do a 1-second pause at the top, down, 1-second pause at the top for 10 reps. Okay, this should be a pretty similar weight throughout, so take some time to find what feels about a 7 out of 10 effort, and then adjust the weight a little bit as you go. So that is our strength portion for today. Let's talk about conditioning. All right, guys, straightforward but tough conditioning today. We've got a 13-minute time cap. It's going to be running 200 meters and then dumbbell thrusters. The thruster reps are going to be 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3. Right, so it's 6 rounds. The reps go down. Between every round, you're running 200 meters. This is meant to be a moderately challenging weight. Dumbbells are harder than a barbell, remember, because they're not stable overhead. So when you get tired, it's just that rack position. This can be tough. So dumbbell position. Start from the ground, front rack. You should feel the dumbbells touching your shoulders as you set up. Good deep squat, elbows and chest up. Use your legs to drive it overhead. Remember, at the top, you have to work to squeeze those dumbbells in to stay straight. They're going to want to run away from you, okay? So keep the chin tucked, arms locked out. Bring it right back into that squat. Really driving from the legs to try to get that weight overhead. As you get tired, again, it's going to get hard to get to that lockout. So be hard on yourself. Good range of motion at the bottom, good lockout at the top. Probably a little bit of pacing at the beginning. The run for most people will be kind of like an active rest. So that when you get back in here, you're doing your best to try to get those dumbbell thruster reps unbroken. So we got a 13-minute time cap on this, guys. When in doubt on weight here, scale to a lighter weight and go hard. So we do have a finisher as well. All right, guys, our finisher work today, 2 classic movements. We're going to be doing some ring row work and some hamstring curl work. Remember, this is for quality. We're going to do 3 rounds of 12 palms up ring rows and 15 hamstring curls. So the palms up ring rows, this is really to simulate like a chin up position, meaning it's going to be a bit more bicep focused. Okay, like any ring row, you can scale the range of motion, right, to make it easier or harder. So always working on good range of motion, good control here, all right? You can go down further. Again, good range of motion and good control for 12 reps. It's hard. If you think that's easy, just go slow, maybe pause at the top, work range of motion, all right? Really working on controlling your hips and squeezing your body tight for all 12 reps. The hamstring curl with a dumbbell can be a little bit awkward. It's nice to have a partner to help set the dumbbell up for you. So I'll give you, this isn't super heavy. We're doing 15 reps. So if you want to start with or just working by yourself, you're going to kind of squeeze the dumbbell, the top of the dumbbell between your feet. Okay, you're going to lay down, extend the legs, hold on to the bench, and do a curl. All right, good control on the way down. Okay, try to squeeze your butt for 15 reps. Okay, as that dumbbell gets heavier, though, that can get kind of hard to get in. Another option, a little bit easier to set up, similar movement will be using a band. So what you do is you get a little tension on the band. Remember, the size of the band can make it easier or harder. Hook it on your heels and then get it to go around your toes a little bit. Okay? Lay on your belly. You should feel tension right from the beginning, and then you can do a hamstring curl that way. Again, you want to feel tension the entire time, okay? With the bands in particular, as you pull away, it's going to feel harder at the end. It's going to try to snap you back, so give some good loading in that way. So that's another option. 3 rounds through those guys. That's it. See you tomorrow.